Hey guys, Ryan here and welcome to a tutorial for my Serafina. Now, I uploaded this ship already to Planet Minecraft if you're interested in downloading a schematic build. This tutorial is going to be mainly aimed at Bedrock users so that you can have this ship in your world at the same time. Java users, you can also use this ship too. In fact, you can use a tutorial. All I ask for this ship is that you give me credit. If it is shown on your worlds, this could be a sign on the build, it could be a sign on the build, be credits on your videos or whatever. All I do ask is that you do give me credit. I got nothing better to do. These ships are mine. So, credit. So right now we got the Serafina right here. She is a pure early Dreadnought, so geared turbines, weird gun layout, everything else. She's not based on any one real Dreadnought class. She's kind of I'd say more of a blend. So you will see some of HMS Dreadnought, you'll see some in South Carolina, you'll see some other ships too. Again, I wasn't trying to go for any one or the other class, I just kind of went with what was in my mind. So just going over a brief overview here real quick. We obviously got the bow, there is a ram on this ship, so that is a feature that's common on these ships. The ship's beam is 7 blocks, and that's actually due to how I shaped the barbettes out here. The forward superstructure has no real boats or anything nearby, because it's very much a utilitarian setup here, so most ships of the later era, like Alicorn here, would have a super firing turret and then a navigation bridge. Case in point, Serafina only has turret 1, and then all of this. Serafina's battery, or main battery, is 10 11.5 inch guns, so it's a little bit of the 12s, a little bit of the 10s, which I find is a perfect happy medium. It's a bit more of the 12s, but it still has the advantages of the 10s. So the offset wing turrets, I don't know how many people have done that. The casemates, which there are 8 of per side, you got 2 on the bow, 2 on the main superstructure, and then you got 8 in a cluster here. Those are all 6-inch guns. We got some boats here, aft mast, cranes, aft funnel. The super firing pair discs turrets 4 and 5. I go in order of how I build them. So we got some boat cranes here, and aft mast with rigging. Rigging is going to be complicated. You can opt out of this, or you can opt out of rigging. We're going to go over it anyways. The guns on top of the ship, or on top of the 4 exposed turrets, with number 5 having the super fire, are 12-pounder guns, harassing torpedo boats. Otherwise, stuff for like underwater torpedo bulges and anything else really that would be of interest to you are not really present. So this is what we got. Now I don't have an editing software, so we're all doing this one cut. So go ahead, pause, find out where you want the ship. She has a length of 39 blocks, a beam of 7. She has a draft of 2. So go ahead, pause here, find out where you want the ship, come back and we'll get going. Found out where you want her? Good, let's go. So first thing we'll need is red concrete, red stained glass pane. Get rid of this. Mangrove signs. Now if you are on Bedrock, you'll use pistons. However, if you're not, what you will use is, or if you're on Java, you'll use the pistons. If you're not on Java, you'll use nether brick stairs. You'll need red nether brick walls. Making sure that I got everything right. Oh my lord, can't speak today. You'll need waxed lightning rods, mangrove fence gates, bamboo slabs, and red nether brick slabs. And this should be everything that we need for the ship as a whole, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So, I'm going to go ahead and get a temporary block. In order for this ship to sit properly in the water as I've had it, what you're going to want to do is find your water line. So on layer 2 you should have your block, your top row of red sitting like that with a little bit exposed. Your bottom layer should be one block below the water. So go ahead and find that spot, and we're going to place down a top slab like that of red nether brick slab, and we're going to be going behind it. And Java, you're going to be using a piston. For bedrock, you're going to be coming back behind it with a stair with mangrove signs to each side. It's just going to be easier on all of us if you use the stair. It's just limitations of the game and how bedrock is different from Java. From there, our center line is going to go back 30 blocks. So you will count 30 blocks for the sake of the tutorial. I am just going to use World Edit. Like so. So again, this should all be one block under the water, if you're building this in the water. Behind that, we're going to add in another stair, followed by 2 walls and a trap door. So, or a glass pane. So stair, 2 walls, and a stair. Just like that. So that will be your rudder, and then you got the center line of your ship right there. Going forward, we're actually going to come back a block. We're going to have 2 panes and then a wall, so something like this. And then going out to each side, we want a row of, drum roll please, 24 blocks going back. So again, for the sake of the tutorial, I am going to use World Edit to just kind of speed us along. Now after that row of 24, you're going to use an upside down red nether brick stair out to each side. Waxed lightning rods, mangrove fence gate, and then on each side of the wall we're going to place our bamboo slabs. These will be your screws, or in simple terms, your propellers. Most Dreadnoughts of this time had a 2 screw system. Later ones had 3, 4, in various different screw configurations, but right now we're just going with 2. Going back up to the front again, we're actually going to come back 2, and then we're going to place down a row, or we're going to come back 1, 2 panes, 2 walls. Make sure I don't confuse you. So 2 panes, 2 walls, so there should be nothing on this block. I guess now would be the time to disclose that you can pause if you need clarification on a step, or rewind. I'm just doing this because I have to do it all in one take. You guys can take your time. Now behind the at the screws, we're going to have 1 exposed block, a slab, and then 2 stairs. So again, slab, so you have your stair here, exposed block, slab, stair like that, and then a corner stair. If I can get the alignment right. Like that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 blocks of red concrete between that stair and this wall. make sure I got my camera pointed the right way. And there we go. After that, we're going to need a row of 12 glass panes. We're going to come back 2 from the front, and we're going to have 1 at the back. So right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Just like that. And that is your first layer. Moving on to your second layer, you're going to actually start off with glass pane right there. Then you're going to have your center line come all the way back. I'll get you an exact number here in a minute. And then you're going to want a top slab like this. Your center line for red concrete is going to be 34. Now we're going to take what we did down below here. We're just going to move it up 1 and step it forward. So you should have exposed block, and then your pane there. Just double checking to make sure that I got my math right. Now we are going to come back a total of 27 blocks back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So you're going to overhang by 1. And this ship is pretty much symmetrical on both sides, by the way. And then we're going to have a stair and a slab. So stair, slab, that block is going to remain exposed, just like that. And then we're going to do the same thing we did again. So the 2 walls, 2 panes, just like that. Again, moving it up and forward 1, just like that. We're going to have a row of 20 blocks going back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Again, overhanging by 1. Just like that. And then back here, we're going to actually have a wall and then a glass pane. That way we kind of start shaping the rear of the ship. You can kind of see what it does right here. And then on top of all of our glass panes out to our outboard sides, we're just going to place walls. So that should be a total of 12 because it's already just on top of the prior existing ones. And we're going to have 2 glass panes going back, 2 glass panes going forwards. This is going to be your torpedo bulges or your extended armor, however you want to see it. And now that is the lower hull section. So your water should be something like this. You should have a little bit of the block exposed at the top if you're building in the water. If not, you're going to have to move everything down. Otherwise, if you got it just like this, you're perfectly fine. Now, I am using a texture pack. I'm actually going to go ahead and turn this off. So if you see that blue ship in the background, it's about to look real ugly. But I feel like this is actually going to be really, really good for especially you Bedrock users who don't have access to the same texture pack. Alright, case in point, the ship back there is really ugly. I kind of want to go back, but we're doing this. Alright, so you can go ahead and get rid of all the underwater bits. Yes, my character is Helena from Azure Lane. And here you can kind of see what I did. This is as it will look in your world. So, to get started, we're going to need stone, oak shelf, and it's a wall, gray stained glass pane, oak pressure plate, iron chain, stone stairs, crossbow, item frame, redstone comparator, redstone dust, redstone repeater, end rod, iron bars, oak fence gates, stone brick stairs, stone bricks, stone brick walls. Oh my lord. Lots of stuff. Another brick skeleton skull, black bed, oak trap door, levers, flower pot seat. Those will be your anti-aircraft guns, stone brick slabs, grindstones, anvils, quartz slab, and beds. As well as stripped oak logs and oak pressure plates. Did I get oak signs? No, you'll need these two. Alright, so we're going to actually start from the stern first. We're going to add in stone stairs. We're going to wrap signs all the way around. This is going to kind of be the back of the ship. And then we're going to actually go forward 2 blocks like that. I'm going to have light gray stained glass pane form this shape right here. Going back, we're going to actually have 2 more blocks like that. And we're just going to repeat the same pattern here, right here. Moving to the front of the ship, we're going to actually need stone block with an oak shelf right there. We're going to come back 3 more blocks back, so we have a total of 4. And a side wall on both sides. Gray stained glass panes, just like that. So you're essentially just moving the pattern from down below up 1. And then you're going to come back 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're going to bring this shape up and forward 1 again along all these blocks. Technically you only need 3 there, but that's up to you. And then what we're going to do here is from this wall all the way back to that wall, we're going to just fill it in with stone blocks. So, in case y'all want a number, I'll get that for you here real quick. That should be a count of 22. And then we're going to put stripped oak logs down the center here. We won't need these blocks for much longer, so I just realized how survival friendly this is. Relatively speaking, I mean, it wouldn't be too difficult to do in survival. Just my opinion, though. I know that concrete's kind of on the more expensive side, but I'm just saying if you're playing in survival, this ship is relatively survival friendly. You could substitute a lot of this for iron bars and stuff, but that's up to you. Alright, so next up we're going to actually start forming the outboard side. So towards the bow of the ship we're going to need 5 glass panes. These are going to be starting here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to need andesite walls behind those. stone blocks behind them. And then andesite wall. These will be for your wing turrets. So again, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 back. And then going back from the wing turrets, we'll need a total of 10 glass panes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is to give the illusion of the barbette actually kind of sticking out of the ship a little bit. And that is the entirety of our third layer. The next layer is going to be a bit more hands-on because there's a lot starting to happen, such as casemates, deck detail, superstructure locating, and gun placements. So we're going to go ahead and get started on that. We're actually going to start on the easier bit, because I know this tutorial is kind of all over the place, and starting from the back going forward is probably going to be a lot easier. We're going to start with the rear mast. We're going to build this up fully so that y'all know where you're at. We're going to have 2 pressure plates coming out back here, and then 2 anti-aircraft guns like that. Now I know anti-aircraft guns weren't a thing at the time of HMS Dreadnought. This ship is a little bit later. By World War II standards, this AA scheme is very abysmal. Next, you'll need 2 oak fence gates going back. We're going to make them face forwards. And then we're going to build our first turret, technically our 5th turret, by having a stair that will face towards the back of the ship. Stone bricks behind it. Stone brick stairs upside down facing the front of the ship, and then 1 stair out to each side. You're going to need a white skeleton skull to kind of round off the turret, just like that. Along the sides, we're going to put oak pressure plates just on the blocks, just like that. Next up, if I can find it, we're going to need andesite wall right there. We're going to put 2 more like that in that kind of V shape. Light gray stained glass panes in this shape to kind of make a square, and then 2 stone blocks going back like that. The total length of this is actually going to be 8 blocks. So I'm just making sure that I got everything right. So we're actually going to come out. We're going to do a row of 5 blocks like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like that. We're going to go ahead and put stripped oak logs down the middle. This is just me thinking you can go ahead and fill it solid if you wanted. Then we're going to have a glass pane right here. Stone block, and then a wall right there, and that will be our funnel. Right here we're going to have another glass pane. Now I'm going to correct myself real quick. You're not going to need these stairs on the turret, you're going to need these walls. That way it gives it a slimmer profile. Going back to this superstructure piece right here, after your panes, we're going to add in our stone brick walls. Chains coming out to the side, like so. Going back, 1 we're going to have glass pane, another wall, with chains out to each side. And then a bed. Go ahead and fill the blocks in right here with oak pressure plate. And then right where the pillow is of the beds, we're going to go ahead and place another flower pot for another anti-aircraft gun position. And that is what we should have for the turret 5 and our forward superstructure. Moving forwards to our next turret, our next turrets. I'm going to have 2 turrets like that, or 2 stairs just like that, block behind, just like so. Another stair like that. So we're essentially copying that turret and doing it here. So I'm just going to kind of speed through these since there's no real difference. So you're essentially just getting that shape. And then 2 fences, this time facing backwards towards the turret. And towards the stern of the ship. I'm going to have oak pressure plates like that to just kind of fill that section in, and you're good there. Alright, so right where this skeleton skull is, we're going to place a andesite wall. We're going to have a block. It's going to go forwards 2 like that, with a light gray stained glass pane coming out to the sides like that. And then stone blocks going forward 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to have a block in the middle here. Stone stair just like this. We're going to have it, if I don't fall, we're going to have a chain coming out to the side. We're going to have another block with a stone brick wall right here. Another chain coming out to the side. Andesite wall. 2 glass panes coming forwards. 1, 2, and 3 stone blocks just like that. And then right here we'll just fill in as much as we can with stripped oak logs. And then from this block right here, we're going to have a glass pane going forwards 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. With this wall having a pressure plate. So if you are starting from this chain, you're going to have pressure plates, then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Just like that. Doing our anchors before we get distracted. We're going to come to this last pane here on the front. We're going to add an anchor. We're going to add a crossbow. We're going to rotate it down. On the other side, we're going to do the same. And we're going to have another anchor just going back on this andesite wall, but we're going to rotate it so that it faces sort of backwards like that. You won't need the crossbows again, by the way. And that is layer 4 done. Layer 5 is a bit more complicated, so we'll go slow. Or as slow as I can make it, because I've already built this ship once. And we're just going to kind of be all over the place. So we're going to start off very simply at the turrets 2 and 3 here. We're just going to get these done here real quick by adding the 12-pound guns on top of these. So essentially, leather skeleton skull, and then a chain facing forwards. Going to the front of the vessel, I'm going to build our forward mast like that. So it's the same as on the stern. We're going to have a redstone repeater here, redstone dust, and then a comparator. It's very cheap on the redstone, in my opinion. You only need 3 real pieces of it. Pardon animal noise in the background. Then you're going to need a flower pot, just right there for some more anti-aircraft emplacements. For turret 1, I'm going to have 1 and 2, just like that. And then the same deal for the other 3 turrets that we just built. I'm going to have stair, facing forwards, block, stair, that's upside down, facing backwards. Stone brick walls, just like that. Skeleton skulls on the 4 corners. Along the length of the fence gates, we're going to add in 2 pressure plates, just like that. And just so we can get it out of the way, we're actually going to do the number 5 turret, which is going to be the same process. Like so. Now we're done with the guns. Or I should say the 11.5-inch guns. Continuing on with the superstructure, we are going to need if I can get everything right. We're going to need a andesite wall here, stone block there. We're going to add in a stone brick wall right here for a casemate emplacement. 2 blocks just like that with a stripped oak log, just like so. Another stone brick slab there with another chain coming out to the side. 2 blocks coming back and an andesite wall for that forward funnel. I will leave these blank because I haven't played Bedrock to know if this works or not. But if it doesn't, you're just going to go ahead and place oak pressure plates there. If it does, we'll find out. Moving to the back of the ship, we're starting off real easy. We're starting off with the funnel, just like that. Immediately to the side, we're going to actually have an anvil for our boat cranes. Immediately behind that, we're going to have another couple of casemate emplacements, just like that. Stone block behind that. Another full block. We're going to go ahead and add in our stripped oak log. Stone block in the center there with stair like that. So upside down facing the bow of the ship. Chain coming out of it for another casemate position. A light gray stained glass pane behind it like that. And then a wall right there. Then on top of this stone brick wall here, we're going to add in a quartz slab, another one diagonally back for another boat position. Hopefully y'all got that. Y'all can tell me in the comments if I didn't. That is layer 5 done. We're going to move on to layer 6, which will be our final row before we specialize into the front and rear superstructures. And starting this row almost immediately will be our 12-pounder guns on top of turrets 2 and 3. Same as on turrets 1 and 2. So you're going to place them there on the main block and then a chain facing forwards. Next up, we're going to need... Now this is where it actually changes for Bedrock. If you're on Bedrock, you're going to need likely you're just going to get a stair and put it here, or a full block, dealer's choice. So I'm going to do the same thing here just to kind of show fairness. And I'm actually going to go for a I'm gonna go for a slab actually. I feel like that would actually look a lot better. A slab right here. Coming first, you're gonna add in an item frame with a black bed. You're gonna turn it so that the pillow faces the to your right, facing the item frame. Out to each side, we're gonna be adding the oak trap doors. Now I do know this. If you are on a bedrock, you will need to do some trickery here with redstone blocks to get the pistons to fire, or to get the trapdoors to turn on. Close them and then get the piston on to turn on the to flick the lever towards the wall, whichever side that's on. It is a bit of a pain. You can use fence gates if you wish, but the singular lever actually looks a lot better, just like that. Coming back from this, we're going to add in stone pressure plates, just like that. An oak fence gate facing back like that with a andesite wall there. You get our first use of snowballs. Fence gates here so we can actually mount the item frame and our snowball. We're going to add a flower pot back here for anti-aircraft gun positions. And then we're going to need a birch fence right here. I'm going to add in another stone block with a wall behind that. Going back to the rear superstructure, we're going to add in the same thing in reverse. So wall and then stone block. I'm going to add in our grindstone here and here. We're going to have two slabs making this shape here to start the crane. We'll hold off on the chain until we get the next layer. Behind the crane, I believe it's immediately behind. Yeah, immediately behind the crane, we're going to place down two beds. In between the two beds right here, we're going to add in a pressure plate. Then right here, we're going to add in an andesite wall. And then a birch fence. Flower pots right there for anti-aircraft gun positions. Skeleton skulls at a 45-degree angle here and here on top of these glass panes. A stone slab right there. And this time you're going to just wrap the stone slab on all three corners facing the back. So that corner, and that corner. You should have your 12-pounder right there. And then a oak fence gate facing towards the birch fence. And now here we're going to actually focus on the different parts of the superstructure. We're going to focus on the aft superstructure first, and then we're going to worry about the forward superstructure. So going on to the rear superstructure, we're going to finish our boat cranes real quick. Just by adding that piece right there. Chain hanging down. We're going to add two chains coming back on each crane. These will go into a end rod on top of our grindstones. Our funnel will come up one more block. And then we'll need polished black stone slabs right here. and a weather skeleton skull right here. So maybe this is not as survival friendly as I thought. Oh well, I tried. I will keep trying to make a survival friendly ship. I promise y'all that. Alright. Now if y'all want to, the funnels are at the same height, so you can literally just bring the funnels up, so that you don't have to worry about them later. Next up, we're going to actually do the aft tripod mast here. So birch fence gate, we're going to come up one more. We're going to have an oak sign. In place of that piston there, we're going to actually use another slab. And we're going to use item frames on 3 corners except for the back. So these side facing the funnels, we're not going to put anything on. I'm going to rotate the beds so that the pillows face the back. And so that the when you're facing the funnels, the bed points to the right. Just like that. Next up, we're going to add another andesite wall. Two blocks of birch fence gates like that, with a oak sign there. We're going to add another 2 item frames onto each side, this time with snowballs for our searchlights. Then with end rods, we're going to go up 1, 2, and 3. With iron bars, another 1 and 2. On the first iron bar, we're going to come out 1. We're going to skip 1 down onto this middle end rod. We're going to come out 1 and 2. Just like that. Moving on to our forward superstructure. We're going to add another fence gate just there. Or another birch fence there. Another andesite wall. With a fence just there. Or a sign just there. Again, I'm going to use a slab here. And just like the rear, we're going to actually have item frames on all sides, except for the back. So again, the side facing the funnel, we're not going to have anything on. The side facing forward, so pillow facing forwards on both sides, and then facing your right when you're facing the aft mast. On top of that, we're going to add in a trap door there, a sign there, 2 item frames to each side with snowballs inside of them. We're going to add in a andesite wall there. 2 birch signs going up. Out to the side, still level with this platform here, we're going to actually add in our trapdoors again. This time we're going to actually go like this. Now it is up to you whether you want the this item frame or the sign. I'm going to omit it. This way you can kind of see what it would look like. Just like that. Now right here on the upper item frame, we're going to go out with end rods 1 and 2. Then we're going to go up 1, 2, and 3. Middle end rod again, we're going to go out 1 and 2. And with iron bars, we're going to go up 1, 2, 3. With the middle iron bar going out 1. And that should give you the gist of the ship. Now, we got a little bit of time left for my recording software. So I'm going to go ahead and dump all this. Now, if you are on Bedrock, you're going to need a lot of black stone buttons. You can utilize the stone buttons instead. I like the look of black stone buttons instead. Then you're going to type in /give at p, pardon dog noises, and if you're on Bedrock, dogs are annoying. If you're on Bedrock, it'll either be structure or barrier block. Now on console, because I've done this, I know it as barrier, but you're gonna get that. It'll give you this barrier block where you can put the buttons. Now for starting off this lead line here that goes from the forward mast, or the flag mast here to the top of the main mast, I'm gonna have this diagonal line here. It's gonna be a step of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to have another step of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, we're going to add buttons on the sides. Except for this top one here where we're going to actually put on the top. Just like this. Now coming down from this block here, we're coming out from this row here of our end rods. We're going to go 1 up, 1 and 2. We will connect in right there. So again, 1, 1 and 2. We're going to have top, side, top, just like that. And then we're going to have between these end rods and this little platform here, just one end rod just like that. Didn't mean for that. So the top, so we're going to have a button just like that. And then on the bottommost one, we're going to have sides and back. Just like that. And that is the front of the ship completely done. Moving back, we're going to actually do the top and work our way down. So from the top, from these end rods to those end rods, we're going to actually come back 1, 2. We're going to come down 1, come back 1, 2, and 3. Then from this aft mast here, we can come forwards 1 and 2. And then we're just going to put buttons on the sides of all these. Just like so. And then from this end rod to this end rod, we're going to come back on this end rod 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coming forwards from this end rod. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to have 2 on these barriers here. 1, 2, and 3 on these 3 here. And then 1, 2 just like that. This will give our shape here. So it kind of creates the illusion of a line making that angle. Then from this part here all the way down to this birch sign, we're going to actually have a very complicated roll or pattern. To me, it's complicated. We're going to come out 1 and 2. Then we're going to step up 1 and 2. step up 1 and 2, step up and 1. And then we're going to do side, top, side, top, side, other bits of rigging getting in the way, top and side, just like that. So again, side, top, side, top, side, top, side. I don't believe I got anything else going in the middle there. I do not. Alright, for this bit of rigging, we're going to actually have a L shape right here. So we're going to go 1 and 2, just like that. So 1, 2, and then 1. And we're going to have 2 blackstone buttons on the top row, and then we're going to make this shape just like that. Alright. Now for rigging the top end rods to the bottom mast, we're going to have a series of steps that are going to alternate between singles and doubles, as I call them. Starting from the bottom, we're going to have 1, then 1, 2, then I guess we're going to have another 2, followed by a 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we apparently got a quad. Where does it start? I'm getting confused by my own ship if y'all can't tell. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So you're literally just going to start it here. 2, 3, 4. We're going to come back to the 4. We're going to have a 1 coming up off the 3rd. And then a step back of 2. And then 1, 2, and 1. So 1, 2, and 1. And then from here we're going to actually start with a top, side, top, side, side, top, and then another 2 sides, top, side, side, top, side. Now that that part's done, it's very easy to just do on the other side. And just like that. That is your top rigging from that mast up, through, and down. Now this little bit of rigging, we're going to come back to the 4 that we mentioned. We're going to count. We're going to come back and up diagonal 2, another 2, and then 1. Did I get that correct? I did. I'm so proud of myself. And then we're going to have side, top, side, top, side, top, side, excuse me, bottom, side, bottom again, side, and bottom. And we're just going to repeat this on the other side. And there's your ship done. So hopefully y'all enjoyed this tutorial. I am not perfect when it comes to doing tutorials. And as y'all heard, there were some distractions along the way. I do apologize for the noise that you heard in the background. Hopefully y'all powered through this ship to get to Serafina, just like this. I don't know how many tutorials I'm going to be doing in the future. You can find all my builds on my Planet Minecraft, link in the description. Seraphina's among them. I'm going to actually turn my resource pack back on. I can find the right version. There it is. Yes. Done. There we go. So hopefully y'all enjoyed my Serafina build. She will be on my planet Minecraft. Link in the description, as I've already said. It will show the Java version, though. So this tutorial is the Bedrock version. On my planet Minecraft, you can also find the Alicorn. You can find the LSRN, which are back there. You can also find a dedicated blog related to lore notes, which we're actually going to do a lore note on Serafina. Or I'm going to do a lore note on Serafina coming up in a bit, because she has quite a bit of lore if you follow my fictional world. Which I highly do suggest that you understand the context of some of these ships, why they are the way they are. So yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed. Any feedback is welcome in the comments, as long as it's in a constructive format. We're not going to do any of this freaking sympathy bullshit. Let's be honest, it's wasting our time. So any feedback, as long as it's constructive. You could even cuss me out, I don't care. See y'all later.